In Pine Hollow, a remote village cradled by ancient forests, an old legend whispered of the Lycan's curse. This curse transformed ordinary men into werewolves under the full moon's haunting glow. The villagers, bound by deep-rooted superstitions, would lock themselves away during the full moon nights, surrendering the village to silence and shadows. Ella, a young and intrepid journalist from the city, was drawn to Pine Hollow by these tales of lycanthropy. She arrived with a skeptical mind and a camera, intent on debunking the myth. The villagers met her with a mix of pity and fear, quietly urging her to heed their warnings. Despite their pleas, Ella ventured into the forest on a night of the full moon. The woods, usually alive with the sounds of nocturnal creatures, fell eerily silent as the moon rose high, casting a silver sheen over the dense canopy. As the clock struck midnight, a distant primal howl echoed through the trees, followed by others, closer and more menacing. Ella's skepticism waned, replaced by a rising tide of fear. Shadows darted between the trees, their movements too swift and graceful to be human. Heart-pounding, Ella raced back to the village, finding it eerily abandoned. The doors were bolted, windows shuttered, as if the entire village had braced for an unseen storm. It was then she heard it, the guttural growls, the sound of heavy paws padding across the cobblestone streets. Confronted by the terrifying reality of the legend, Ella found herself face to face with a werewolf. It was a nightmarish creature, its fur matted with blood, its eyes glowing with a malevolent light. Ella fled, the beast snapping at her heels, its howl sending shivers down her spine. She sought refuge in an old abandoned chapel at the village's edge. Inside, she found markings and ancient texts revealing the truth of the curse. It was born of a pact, a dark agreement made centuries ago between the village elders and a mysterious, otherworldly entity in exchange for protection and prosperity. As the werewolf circled the chapel, Ella pieced together the story. Each full moon, the beast demanded a sacrifice. If denied, it would unleash its fury upon the village. This night, without a sacrifice, the werewolf's rage was unbound. As dawn approached, the creature's howls grew desperate, its shadow retreating from the emerging light. With the first rays of sunrise, it transformed back into a man, one of the villagers, tormented and cursed. Ella emerged from the chapel, her previous skepticism shattered. She left Pine Hollow with a heavy heart, carrying a story not of myth and legend, but of a curse born from desperation and a village forever bound to its haunting moonlit shadows.